Hey, it's Cable here, and today I wanted to share a quick video with you about spot reduction. As a personal trainer for years, we've always had people asking, how do I lose more body fat here? How do I lose more inches around my waist faster? How do I trim those kind of butt, hips, and thighs to be the way I want them to be in time for summer or getting that bikini or whatever? And today, unfortunately, I got bad news for you. Spot reduction is just not something that works well. There are some advanced discussions about hormones and things like that that may prove promising with spot reduction, but generally, as the philosophy goes, your body loses body fat in a very specific way, and unfortunately, that's from top to bottom and bottom to top. So this is one of the reasons that a lot of people fail or get discouraged when they're trying to lose weight or start a new exercise program, because we're often focused totally on our problem areas, which are typically things like our midsection or underneath the arms. Now, as our body begins to change and lose body fat from top to bottom and bottom to top, it's not uncommon to see people that gain more definition across their chest, more definition in their arms, even in their lower legs, their calves, or things like that. But usually these are the things that we're not paying attention to. We're really focused on those problem areas like our midsection, going, why? Why isn't it working? The scale's dropping, but it doesn't look like I'm feeling, or it doesn't look like I'm any different, or my waist in my pants isn't fitting any different. And that's the unfortunate truth of it, is that your body is just losing body fat in that different way, of bottom to top and top to bottom. So it's really important when you're starting an exercise program to set realistic goals. It's not impossible to lose an average about 1 to 2 pounds per week. Some people will lose more than that, especially in the beginning. If you do, great, but don't be discouraged if you don't. Even 1 pound a week is fantastic. Beyond that, don't always expect the scale to change, because sometimes as we're gaining muscle mass and when we haven't exercised or particularly done resistance training for an extended period of time, our body will actually adapt faster. And as it adapts faster, we gain muscle faster. So even though we're losing body fat, we're also gaining new muscle, meaning there might not be a dramatic change in the scale. So that's why it's really important that we use more than one assessment point. We use the scale, we use photos, we use measurements, we use body composition, and all of these things work to tell us whether we are making progress the way we want to. So what are the things that you can do to lose fat as fast as possible? Well, there's 3 things that I think will help everyone today. So first off, make sure that you're drinking an average of 3 to 4 liters of water per day. One of the reasons that we accumulate body fat that can be really stubborn to get rid of is our body accumulates all those things that are toxic in our body. So they have to go through our kidneys and our liver and ultimately get excreted from our body. And when it's overloaded and having a hard time doing that, the best place that it can store that stuff is in body fat, in an effort to protect the body from dealing with these toxic things that ultimately enter our body. So more water means easing the job of kidneys and liver in an effort to, particularly the kidneys, in an effort to filter, process some of those things and get them out of your body. The second thing is increase your metabolic rate, okay? And the obvious way to do this is regular exercise, but the not so obvious way to do this is to eat more often. Each time that our stomach goes to work digesting something, it stimulates our metabolic rate, which is why we're always telling you to eat small meals more often, because we can stimulate metabolism and burn more calories by keeping the stomach active. The next thing is that even when it comes to your water and things like this, if we're consuming cooler things, etc., there is some discussion that by the body's need to maintain body temperature, when we're consuming colder things, then our body has to expend more energy to maintain or regulate our body temperature, and things like this could assist your metabolism as well. But primarily, just stay focused on eating more often. That's the key one to me. Finally, the last thing is make sure that we have really regular exercise. And by really regular exercise, make sure that we're active in some way each day. It doesn't need to necessarily be high intensity, because as we exercise intensely, we promote tissue breakdown, which needs time for recovery and repair. And if we hamper the body too much, it simply can't recover, which is where we get injured or sick. But exercising each day for 20 minutes or longer, sustaining a higher heart rate, will also make our metabolism more efficient for an extended period of time. We simply just get better at supplying additional resources for that period of greater activity, and our body keeps that up for many hours after, burning more calories and increasing our metabolic rate. So those are the 3 basic things that you can do today. Now, don't worry about those bat wings or around the midsection, the muffin top, whatever it is that you're thinking about or focused on. Just try to pay attention to some of those other areas. Remember, top to bottom, bottom to top, and you'll see when you start looking for it that your body's making more progress than you think. Hopefully that's helpful.